it's me, Magical Shantae 888. I just thought that I'd pop on for a quick video. I just got through getting my lashes done. I got a 3-week refill, and the face is facing today. Earlier, I was like, girl, the face is not facing, and it was because of my lashes. Because this is I have on my Dior. It's it's a foundation, but it's like what is it? I can't think of what it is. It's like a tinted moisturizer, but a little bit thicker than that. Not quite a BB cream. I can't remember what. I just know that the coverage is a little bit it's a little bit lighter than the foundation that I usually use. And then I used instead of Sacha Buttercup under my eyes, I used Laura Mercier, and I've got to say, the skin and face is skinning and facing today, and I love it. It's crazy how my lashes just kind of brought it all together, because I'm telling you, I was just thinking girl, what's happening? And then at the same time, I also didn't care, because I was like, I'm just going to get my lashes done today. I'm not really going anywhere or doing anything, so I'm likely not going to cook tonight. And I am, oh, not this street. I am probably just going to pick something up. It's still relatively early, so I almost feel like I should pick something up for them to eat, and at least stop and get something to cook for later, because my kids like to eat. All 4 of them, even babies, they say. He guzzles down some milk. He likes to eat, and I love that for him. He's a little chunky monkey. But yeah, I am my kids are at the tail end of their flu thing. We were bogged down with that this week, and it was interesting. So they're getting better and everything. Yesterday was the first day that they kind of all ate regular food. We had been eating soup all week. I still feel like I could go for soup, because I don't necessarily feel sick, but my stomach feels a little interesting. I don't really have any other symptoms other than that. It's just that. And that's enough, because it just doesn't really make you feel so great. But honestly, for the last couple weeks off and on, my stomach has kind of been doing this weird thing. And I know for a fact that it's because I need to change my diet. I need to change what I'm eating, and I need to move around a lot more. I know that I'm not doing that enough. And so that is one of my short-term goals, is to just implement that. That's something relatively easy to start implementing, because it doesn't cost money to go outside. It doesn't cost money to go to the park and walk. It doesn't cost anything. Now, I know here in Texas, starting tomorrow, which will be Sunday, we are... Why does everyone want to do Bill Miller's right now? So I have to go to another one. Something was telling me to go to the other one anyways. But I digress. So we are, I don't want to say scheduled, low-key scheduled. I really think that there's some sort of way that they be controlling the weather, but that's just me. I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, low-key, but I also understand that sometimes things are just what they are. So I have a little bit of a balance, I would like to say. But if somebody were to come to me with a conspiracy theory, I can kind of look at them and not fully judge them and be like, you know what? You might have a point. I can understand why they might think that way, but that's just me. And me just kind of understanding different types of things and things of different nature. But I want to prepare as much as we can for the little Arctic blast that's coming. So today it is 66 degrees here in San Antonio, Texas. And but by tomorrow it's supposed to be in the teens. And so Monday the kids don't have school, but Tuesday they do. And so I don't know what that's gonna look like, if school is going to be a thing or if it's gonna need to chill out, because my kids don't ride the bus this year, but the bus drivers have to even get to the location to the buses. It's just a whole safety thing, and our city does not do well with any type of climate like other than what it normally is here. Like, we pretty much have decent weather. Like, it doesn't really rain too much, so anytime it rains too much, if it rains more than a certain amount within days or even hours, like, the streets start to flood. And then after the streets are done flooding, then we have extra potholes, which is left over. I really could have just gone anyways. Basically, our city is just not prepared for anything weather related. Like, our city is just not prepared for it. And as much as they're trying, like, I see people now like trying to prepare for things. So I want to see if I can order some stuff, probably more water, more soup, and then just stuff to be able to cook for Monday, so I don't have to go out. First of all, like, who finna go out in that? Like, my mom is off, so if I had to, she could come by and just like keep an eye on the kids. But even then, I don't know what the stairs are gonna be like. I live on the second floor, so the last time that there was any type of Arctic anything, any type of cold snap, I lived downstairs. So all I had to do was step outside, and that was dangerous in itself because the ground was slippery and So if you are in San Antonio, I am hoping that you can stay warm. I hope that you are preparing and that you have all of the tools that you need to stay warm during this Arctic blast. And I am praying that they have these grids on lock, because we all know here in Texas what happened, what was that, almost 3 years ago, when we lost power. It was crazy. I ended up having to go to my great aunt's house during that time. Then it was just me and 3 of my kids. It was just the 3 of us. And we went there for about a week. My uncle came to pick us up. And initially we were going to drive there, but I think I had a flat tire or something. And that happened just before the winter thing. And it was just a mess. It was a mess, but it was a good time spent with family. It was a good time to be able to come together, and my granny was there too, so we were all warm. During that time, my mom had just had, I think it was her first either hip surgery or one of those, but she was having surgery, so she wasn't even home. It was crazy. It was a crazy time. Crazy time. But we got through it. We had everything that we needed. It was crazy because by where my great aunt lived, like, they all had electricity. They had they had electricity, their stores were open, like, all of the things. But by us, we didn't have no electricity. There was nothing. Like, in my apartment complex, like, only thing that we had was running water. And so thinking back to it, we did have gas stoves, so I probably could have like lit the pilot, and that could have kept us warm, but it was so cold. The day before, they said, oh, we're gonna have this Arctic blast or whatever, and the electricity went out. Like, I was like, okay, well, whatever. So we just chilled at home. The kids played in the snow and everything, and it was fine. But then that night, I woke up and it was freezing in the house. Of course, because there was no electricity. And it was a crazy time. But we got through it. And it really, even then, I just realized how blessed I was to even have family that had electricity, and for me and my children to be carried over there. Like, my great uncle came to pick us up, and we were there and we were safe. We had food to eat, we had water, to drink and to bathe with, and it was just, and I got to spend time with my family. So yeah. So I'm hoping that this time nothing like that happens, but I feel like this time we would be a little bit more prepared, or as prepared as we can be. So my people out there, stay warm. And yeah, don't do anything that I wouldn't do. Make sure that you like, share, comment, and definitely subscribe, and I'll check you in the next one. Peace.